Up next, you can see the pairing. It's going to be Infiltration versus Snake Eyez. And Snake Eyez, I'm not sure. Well, to be fair, I'm not sure who either one of these players is going to bring out. We've seen Nash a lot from Infiltration, but lately we've seen Alex too. And out of Snake Eyez, lately we've seen Ryu, but also Alex, and not so much Zangief. So there's a few different options that we could get here in terms of matchups.
I think this is a pretty good draw, though, for Infiltration. He is the lone RZR warrior out here. This time making the trip out to Orlando without his compatriots and team members, Fudo and Xian. So if this team is going to do damage, it all rests on Oppa Infiltration.
Well, is there anybody better? Anybody's shoulders you would rather have?
From that team?
Well, just in general. There are bets going around.
Really?
Infiltration versus the field. That's a popular one this weekend.
He's actually admitted that the gap has been closed.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I'm on the field side, but that said, I think he has the best individual chance. I think he's the best individual favorite.
Whoa. Is this a bolt-on check?
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm looking at the players right now, and Infiltration's face is like, yeah, let's do this. He's doing a little shaky hands thing before things get going.
Wait, who?
As he does. So, Ryu has been the character of choice lately for Snake Eyez. Let's see if that is what we have. Yes. And for real? Yes. RZR Infiltration with Fang. Why? But okay. Let's see how it goes.
Can we check that Xian is not playing in the background with a wireless PS4 controller? This is some crazy channeling of his teammate. Okay, we're gonna get a punish. Does he have the full punish? Yes, he does. Oh, match! Triple heavy punch. Lobbing those purple tennis balls. Whoa, he just stood lane there.
Yeah, you don't have to move, yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, you can just hang. You can throw Nishikyu if you want out of it.
Okay.
So Snake Eyez now can pressure. He plays a very brawler style Ryu. It's very similar to how he played Evil Ryu in SF4. He wants to get in. He wants to do damage. It's not so much a fireball zoning game. Ooh.
I think
that's plus, gotta respect.
Xian has been hanging out too much.
It's an interesting choice. Oh, yeah, reaction!
God.
What's he got? What? Stand jab?
That is one of his fastest moves, and Infiltration knows that he got by by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, he really did. That stand jab right there is a 4-framer. It's not among the fastest in the game, but for this character, it's his fastest tool.
So Infiltration did get a good look of this matchup in Shanghai.
Oh,
there was that Invitational. So you saw Xian play against Daigo. Perhaps now he's using all that knowledge in this matchup against Snake Eyez.
You know, to be fair, I feel like Fang has a better matchup against Ryu than he does against many other characters. But if the Ryu knows some of the solutions, then it can be tough too. When he's throwing these up balls and when he has the mine down underneath him, you can actually just Tatsu right in between those.
Those are gaps,
yeah.
Correct. They worked in the first 2 weeks of the game, but after several months of release, people are kicking.
Oh, what?
Did you see that?
What a choice!
What is going on? I've always remarked that the Korean players do not subscribe to either the West or the Japanese style of play. They have their own thinking. And that certainly was something I've never seen, even out of Xian's playbook.
Okay, here comes Snake, and the low, kind of delayed low.
Yep.
So just thinking about the matchups here, it might have been that Infiltration was looking for a Geef. A lot of people think that Fang does well against Geef, including Snake Eyez. And so that might have been the intention, but he's got another character, and so far, Infiltration's been doing pretty well.
I think Snake Eyez on one of his streams or somewhere had declared that Geef, in its current iteration, a dead character.
Yeah, he really doesn't like SF5 Geef. And I agree with him if you have his playstyle. I think his playstyle is much more suited to a character like Ryu or Alex or even Mika.
And he had done this in Street Fighter 4 as well. When Geef wasn't working out for him, he had a pocket Eva Ryu, showing that he does have the versatility despite his character loyalty.
He plays a very similar regular Ryu in this game compared to his Evil in the last one. So a little bit of poison on deck there, so it'll slowly wipe some of that life away. 1 tick every 8 frames.
One common complaint of Xian is that poison does not have enough damage decay, and it doesn't kill.
Yeah, it does not kill.
But if he had a Christmas wish list to combo Fiend, oh, he's gonna get out. Yeah,
Wake up, EX not invincible at all. What does he have? What's the solution? Snake Eyez takes game 1.
I suspect a character switch after the failed experiment of Fang. Interesting role reversal in that Xian also has a pocket Nash, but because
Yeah, that's right.
Infiltration is the preeminent Nash, did not want to overlap with his teammate, didn't like being the number 2. But here we have a role reversal as he's channeling.
What's the choice? Very interested to see where he goes here. Will it be? Yeah, I think this is a
He's
good
not
call.
messing around.
No, I like this call. I like the character matchup, and his, his Nash is above everything else. His Nash is so good in the movement, so good in knowing where to be. Anti-air's on point, the pressure's on point when he needs it to be, but I think the biggest thing is just the slipperiness of this man's Nash.
You schnashty. He had said that even if they were to fix any input delay, that Nash would still be a strong character, despite Tokido saying that Nash would be finished because everyone would be able to react to his in-and-out dash movement.
Oh
my god!
Are you serious? He is bringing him out of the bag right now. What a choice.
He grabbed
What a
a
choice.
grounded Tatsu.
Yeah, but as a wake-up. He was waking up, and there was like a meaty hurricane for who knows what reason, but there was. And he called it? Well, I'm not up there.
That
This is
was
probably
the
one of those reasons.
Craziest wake-up option. Sometimes your body just knows that you have some important thing, you have like a paper due, or you had an interview, and it just wakes itself up. That was a miraculous option there from Infiltration, just knowing.
Yeah, really fascinating choice. I'd love to talk to him about it a little bit. But right now he has the pressure. He has the super. Snake Eyez has got to watch out for it. And I love how Infiltration, again, moving around. Yeah, it's so hard to get a beat on where he's going to be. That knee, all of a sudden. Anti-air.
You could say that his
Super on
play with DiCaprio, that's going to kill him in
Yeah,
chip.
no view reversal from Snake Eyez. He was stuck.
Towards Ultra, when he made Capri his main character, has really prepared him for this in-and-out, slippery style of Nash. So it just translates well in this new game. Okay.
Good timing on the jump. Pretty good damage. Corner control now.
And medium kick Tatsu enter to bring him into the corner without switching sides.
Some patience from Infil. And this is where Snake Eyez wants to be. I mentioned his brawler style. He wants to be close. Here it is. He can get there if he wants. See what he'd like to do here. The dash forward, he certainly wasn't looking for that one.
I venture to say, if you cannot catch, if you don't have setup specifically designed to counter the reversal of Infiltration, you cannot win against this match. People are designing it. It is pretty
nice
tight punish. Yeah,
that's going to be close to doing it. Maybe do it. Going to be close either way, but I really like his choices. Not quite there. Snake Eyez a chance. The lows, the overhead, the overhead, and then interrupted with the jab.
Trading overheads.
Amazing. So it's game 2 going to Infiltration.
Protect
1-1.
your noggin, sir.
Another thing that I like how Infiltration plays is those little interruptions. It's not just that he's dancing back and forth, it's that in doing it, he's interrupting what you think you're supposed to be doing, right? So there are a lot of jabs at unconventional times, jabs instead of booms, bazooka knees coming in, that kind of thing, where even though it was kind of Snake Eyes' turn, he was still pressing a button.
In his ascendance in Street Fighter 4, a lot of players remarked, including Xian, that they had no firm read. He was the only player that they couldn't get a read on because there was 2 schools of thought. You either play Japanese style or American style, and he did not fall into either of those. And there's little things, right? Only he can do.
Ooh.
And I think if you were to take away these overlays, you would still know that this Nash is Infiltration just by virtue of his movement.
100%. Yeah, there's nobody else who moves like him. So, some of those choices are just
like that.
What
was
I don't
that?
know.
That was
I don't know.
Korean.
I'm not sure why he did it, but it's very interesting. Oh, very cute. And Snake Eyez is now going to get the pressure.
Yeah, if you
not a
can't
whole
catch
lot.
that. I believe Chun-Li has a setup for that with a back heavy punch. I'm not sure what Ryu can do.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an OS in there.
But that was the same thing in Ultra, like in that Daigo versus Infiltration exhibition match.
He's very much fishing.
He had found a way
for
to
medium.
catch that teleport.
Here comes Snake Eyez. Is anything?
Oh my god!
Yeah, he had the super, and that's, I think, maybe the first time when there's been a knockdown and super's available on deck. And so now Snake Eyez, he sees what the option is. It's there. Infiltration up at match point now.
And the mental damage that Snake Eyes eaten just now in that exchange, dying by wake-up CA, has got to weigh on his mind, you would think. Nice parry.
Well, kind of missed it there, yeah. I mean, okay. The choice, you got to do a little bit early. Got it. Trigger.
Good meaty.
Trigger still. Here it is.
He's out for free.
His own interruption. Wow, what a range to do bazooka knee.
Safe knee there. Oh, that
Anti-air.
was supposed to be an uppercut, perhaps. Getting his stun.
No, I'm sure that was supposed to be an uppercut.
Yeah, twice did he miss it. What was
A
that?
chance on the punish. There is all sorts of shenanigans. Can Infiltration make it happen? He's getting the individual hits he needs.
Frames away from punishing him. Both players have to play honest without EV skill.
Wow, very cute. Really, what was he looking for? Was he looking for a V reversal? Was he trying to bait something? There was no super. Certainly there's nothing invincible on Nash's side that you have to really consider. No wake-up DP, for example, so I don't know. You know what? But that's how I often feel after having seen Infiltration play.